It is officially over. Marlow, who is ranked as the #1 Minecraft PvPer on her own tier list, is officially completely exposed with this video. You might have seen a handful of videos about this topic, such as my last one, where I vented my frustrations about the current competitive Minecraft scene and covered a lot of accusations made against Marlow. With this, I will be going over Marlow's true identity, how it was pulled off, and who was involved and helped pull off this multiple-year run of fraudulency and mass manipulation. Before I continue, I want to say that I don't really like making these drama center type of videos. I want to make regular Minecraft content. So, to help me out, if you could subscribe, it would mean the world to me. And asked him some questions. He gave a massive story that I didn't see it at first, but my staff were intrigued and asked him some questions. He gave a massive story that my staff and I all agreed on to be too much to just make up. I added him because I was intrigued, and when we called, I was completely
After hours of research, we came up with questions to ask Marlow to determine whether or not she was using an AI voice. Here's how that voice call went.
Hello there. Can you hear me? So why do you think I'm AI? Yo. What do you want me to say? Why do you want me to say those words? Okay. No, it's fine. I can say that. Cat, key, cow, cake, cookie, kick, coke. Cat, key, cow, cake, cookie, kick, coke. Can you sing a song for me? I'm not gonna sing a song for you. I know, but I'm not gonna sing for you. A word. I'm not gonna shout right now because I don't want to be loud. Book. Yes.
Whisper? Okay, whisper the word book. Whisper it.
I'm whispering it. Can you hear me?
No, I can't. Okay, what? Okay, just say do re mi fa sol la ti do. You don't have to sing it. Just change pitch. That's it. Hello? Are you there? I just said, say do re mi fa sol la ti do. No need to sing it. Just change pitch. So do re mi fa sol la ti do. No need to sing it. Just change pitch. That's all I'm asking for you to do. And you know, if you can do that, then I'll lay off. I'll admit that you're not using AI voice. So let's hear it. Come on, man. You gotta at least try. Yo. Are you there? Can you give me some sort of indication that you're there or not there? Hello? Is there a reason you're not responding? Feel free to type in the message. Supposedly, her Wi-Fi cut off at the exact moment I asked her to change pitch due to a severe storm. No, I'm not making this up. This is the exact excuse she gave. She then agreed to redo it the day after, which, of course, she went back on. We didn't end up doing that. The message. up doing it the day after, which of course she went back on. We didn't end up doing that, but just so you guys know, I gave her all of these options to prove me wrong, and, well, she couldn't do them, so. And to clarify, I mean, I do think there are many valid use cases for AI voice technology and whatnot.
Today I'll be covering a relatively unknown Minecraft mechanic that can be useful in a number of unique combat scenarios. This technique, which I'll be referring to as knockback displacement, allows you to determine the exact
For many years, nobody knew who Marlow was, but after this guy heard her voice for the first time, he wasn't sure if her voice was real or voice changer.
Isn't this like your main game mode?
Yes.
What? That's gotta be edited!
You need to make sure you have good keybinds because
Whoa, that does not sound like her. Whoa, that does not sound like her.
the rate at which you're doing stuff pretty fast, so you just need to be able to access everything easily.
After hearing that, something's weird. Hold on. That doesn't sound natural. No, hold on. You guys hearing what I'm hearing? It sounds odd. That does sound like her. It sounds like her mic. It sounds like her vocal cords. Maybe I just haven't heard her in a while. It sounds like a voice changer. It does sound like it's just her vocal cords. It's like sounds like AI.
For many years, nobody knew who Marlow was, but
Alright, so hello everybody. Today I wanted to take a look at Marlow's voice through this AI detector. And the reason I'm doing it today is because recently a video came out by Reef1 and we stopped detectors. And that's what we Minecraft video, similar to her own, that uses a lot of editing. that uses a lot of sound effects, and we're gonna see if that could maybe influence it, and we'll see what it says. Because when it comes in, which is not too, so yeah, you can see a lot of
Minecraft in 2026 has changed a lot since past years.
So yeah, you can see a lot of sound effects and a lot of stuff like that. We're gonna take a look. What what do you think? Most recent video. So let's end. So it's you think any direction. Most recent video, and this is the best video I had. I thought. And I'll also play it.
Today I'll be covering a relatively unknown Minecraft mechanic that can be useful in a number of unique combat scenarios.
To be honest, but yeah, as you can see here, 20% likely AI generated. Yeah, so this isn't exactly, cold hard AI voice, you're caught. I don't think so. I think there could be some problems. If anybody wants to do a more further investigation into
Hello? And divided by the total number of customers. We get 0.000. I ended up doing that, but just so you guys know, I gave her all of these options to prove me wrong, and, well, she couldn't do them, so. And to clarify, I mean, I do think there are many valid use cases for AI voice technology and whatnot, and I asked if any of these situations applied to her, and she fully denied it, so you can't even say it was, like, that type of situation, because, I mean, clearly it wasn't. To show just how absurd her storm situation, because
Today, I hired Marlow, the greatest PvPer in the entire world who has at least low tier 1 in every game mode, and I put her up against over 30 people at once. For every player she kills, she gets $100. Can she manage to kill an entire army and bankrupt me, or will the swarm finally take her down? Let's find out. Alright, Marlow, be honest, how many people do you think you're gonna kill before you die?
Honestly, I don't think I'm gonna die.
You think you're just gonna survive and kill everyone? Is that what you're saying?
Perhaps.
You die.
Honestly, I don't think I'm gonna die.
You think you're just gonna survive and kill everyone? Is that what you're saying?
Perhaps.
I mean, clearly it wasn't. To show just how absurd her storm excuse is, let's take a look at the power outage data from that day. Let's take the total number of customers without power and divide it by the total number of customers. We get 0.000346. Times that by 100, we get the percentage of people impacted. It's pretty obvious there was no outage. For context, I had VC'd with Rapture previously that same day. That day, I asked him the same things I asked Marlow, to change pitch. He didn't do it, and when I sent the recording to Marlow, she claimed I AI generated it and removed me from the group chat. After she kicked me from the group chat, I decided to show my recordings to respected members of the community to ensure she would not lie and claim that I was making everything up. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, ti, do. No need to sing it, just change pitch, so do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Just to clarify, I screen shared the entire conversation with you guys, right? All four of you.
Yeah.
You guys corroborate its legitimacy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the conversation. The conversation happened.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. It just seems manipulative as fuck. I don't know.
Bro, how am I supposed to know?
It's be honest, bro. Come on. Like,
listen, bro. Disregard the friendship. Like, disregard everything. Look at the evidence presented to you. Like, this may not even be the person that you knew. Dead ass. Like, this may not even.
it seems manipulative as fuck. I don't know. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the conversation. The conversation happened.
Yeah. I don't know. It just seems manipulative as fuck. I don't know.
Bro, how am I supposed to know?
It's be honest, bro. Come on. Like,
listen, bro. Disregard the friendship. Like, disregard everything. Look at the evidence presented to you. Like, this may not even be the person that you knew. Dead ass. Like, this may not even.
Hello everyone, and welcome to my advanced guide for Crystal Combat. I tried my best to make this guide informative, and I hope it will benefit anyone looking to learn or improve. Now let's get into it.
Today I'll be covering a relatively unknown Minecraft.
Now let's get into it.
Today I'll be covering a relatively unknown Minecraft mechanic that can be useful in a number of unique combat scenarios. This technique, which I'll be referring to as knockback displacement, allows you to determine the exact trajectory of a...
As you can tell, these are clearly not the same voices. We asked Rapture to the same thing. Just simply change pitch. Here's what happened.
Bro, I suck at geometry dash.
Why do you
Yo,
suck,
Rapture.
Why do you suck at geometry?
I will delete my video on Marlow if you can unmute right now and change your pitch. Swear to God, I will delete my video on Marlow if you can unmute right now and change your pitch. That's all I'm asking you to do. Just unmute and say do re mi fa sol la ti do. That's all I'm asking you to do. I swear to God.
He's gone.
Clarify. Both of these players have worked on YouTube videos together. Both of them are friends. Both of them defend each other. Both of them have been accused of cheating. Both of them use AI voice changers, and both of them completely deny the usage of that. I think there might be something a bit bigger going on here, but I'm not quite sure. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching.
Can you get me off?
Not only did you do that, they got your ass on camera.
Niggas ain't got me on no fucking camera.
This is the clearest video I've ever seen. This is the most HD shit ever. This is 4K. How did they get you in 4K?
That ain't me.
BTS क्या है मैंने कहा इसका
community had seen significant growth, and the tier list was having trouble keeping up. Because of this realization, in this section I'll be debunking the claim that I'm attempting to employ a totalitarian regime in our community through the use of both my contributions and an alleged political heist. For those of you who are wondering, totalitarianism is a form of government that seeks to take away freedom and suppress dissenters by controlling the sphere of a society. Given this definition, the accusation that I'm employing totalitarianism here is absurd, but for the sake of the argument, let's try to juxtapose what the community would look like without the contributions that are in question for being politically motivated. Firstly, with the absence of MC tiers, there would no longer be a unified competitive community for players to participate in. PvP game modes and their communities would remain mostly isolated from each other, and the concept of the tier list would remain confined to manually ranking players using spreadsheets. The impact the MC tiers has had on unifying the competitive community has brought forth many newcomers, and for some that's led to lasting friendships. Secondly, with the absence of the blacklist, malicious behavior would remain an accepted part of the competitive community. I personally witnessed the immense contrast in the community's atmosphere now compared to when these behaviors were freely allowed, and I can confidently say that the blacklist has significantly improved player safety. Although creating the blacklist has planted a target on my back, that's something that I'm willing to bear if it means improving the community. I believe that the primary misconception that leads people to believe that I'm attempting totalitarianism comes from a lack of understanding of my actual goal. Currently, my goal is to establish a proper framework in certain areas of the Minecraft community that allow it to thrive. A good example of this would be the Minecraft Design Hub, which I created in order to bring information about Minecraft-related graphic design to the public in a cohesive way. I also knew that doing this would promote more high-quality Minecraft content in general, since it serves as a good platform for content creators related graphic design to the public in a cohesive way. I also knew that doing this would promote more high-quality Minecraft content in general, since it serves as a good platform for content creators to meet designers. Essentially, my aspiration is to create a community framework where resources and competition are easily accessible to the public in the healthiest manner possible. The notion that I'm attempting totalitarianism is seemingly a misunderstanding of this intention. The reason that this claim has been gaining more traction recently, though, is unfortunately the result of a defamation campaign that has been made against me, which I'll also be debunking in this section. The remainder of what I go over in this section can be considered an extension of the events that occurred with the streamer I mentioned in the previous section. To briefly recap what happened, a streamer known as King Default privately mocked me for my disorders, discussed harming me, a streamer known as King Default privately mocked me for my disorders, discussed harming me in real life and shared information about my location. He was then blacklisted, but I ended up forgiving him shortly after because he had just recently started started streaming, and I felt bad that I'd be ruining his new pursuit. This ended up backfiring later on when King Default was punished again, this time for breaking competition rules in the form of account sharing to obtain a fraudulent rank for his friend Zixby. In order to preserve King Default's reputation, an attempt was made to cover up this offense by deflecting it onto another member of King's group known as Zalol, who had falsely testified to being the player competing on Zixby's account. After determining that this was a lie, King Default was restricted from competing due to his offense. After his restriction, King Default denied wrongdoing and hosted a live stream where his group spread a massive amount of lies regarding the situation, which caused his followers to start rioting over Discord while flooding me and my staff team with hate for punishing him correctly. I've already shown you some of the clips from this stream, but there's something else that you need to see that stands out.
By the way, if you guys don't know, the best team ever is the Puppet Masters. So, this is it, right here, is who they're trying to go against.
Only people opposing tier list get stopped and silenced. Isn't that crazy?
Alright, get level in the call. I'm literally just trying to play the game, and they're stopping me from playing the tier list.
Guys, tier list is over. That's a public service announcement. Tier list is over. All right, and a lot of you guys are going to be enlightened. A lot of you guys are going to be enlightened really soon. I want you guys to wait and see in the coming weeks. You guys are going to have your eyes opened. All right, something big is coming. The storm is coming. The storm is coming.
The storm is fucking coming, bro.
Start your own tier list. Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows, man?
From the statements you've just watched, you can probably already interpret that this was only the beginning of the targeting that was soon to take place as a result of their punishment. In King Default's statement, you might have noticed them mention something called the Puppet Masters. You may recognize this group from their participation in Dr. Donut's live streams, but they are also responsible for attempting to force me out of the community by orchestrating a defamation campaign, which will be the main focus of this section. It's worth noting that the amount of claims being made against me here is enormous, so it's necessary that I cover everything in this video. Before I proceed, it's important that I give some insight into who the Puppet Masters are. While this group consists of a couple more players, only a few are relevant to this video. A common denominator between these players is that nearly all of them have been formerly blacklisted, with Dr. Donut being the only exception. Since I've already discussed King Default earlier on, I'll start by going over Quaxel. Quaxel is responsible for harassing me extensively over the course of the past 3 years. Not only has he threatened to come to my house, but he has also sexually harassed me extensively as well. The most threatened to come to my house, but he has also sexually harassed me extensively as well. The most important thing that you need to know about Quaxel, though, is the fact that he was previously a part of uploading false exposed videos to further a defamation campaign against me. The reason this is so important to remember is because it reveals a pattern of behavior that largely parallels parallels with the events that I'll be covering in this section. Next, we have Zaylol, who most people didn't know is guilty of doxing the former top player DreamSan. He was later forgiven for this by DreamSan, which resulted in his unblacklist. However, regardless of this, he would end up circulating false rumors about him later on. You might also remember Zaylol from his role in creating a false testimony in order to allow King Default to lie about his innocence. There's not much more to say about Zaylol right now, as he mainly comes into play later on. Moving on, we have Zixby. You might remember Zixby as the person who claimed that a storm would be coming after he and King Default were punished. In the months prior to this, though, Zixby had been blacklisted for threatening to swat a player who was malicious towards him. During this time frame, Zixby indicated that he wanted to reform himself, which is something that I personally believed at the time. He would also often ask me for advice on doing so, which I gladly gave to him. He was later unblacklisted after making amends with the other player, but very shortly after was banned from competitive play for the offenses that we went over earlier, which brings us to where we are now. It's interesting how this situation closely parallels what happened between me and King Default, in the sense that both scenarios involved exploiting my willingness to help other people until being granted an opportunity to con me. Lastly, we have Dr. Donut, whose role in this should be thought of as separate from the other members of the group. I say this because although Dr. Donut is responsible for circulating this campaign, his motive for doing so is seemingly to leech off of me rather than dispose of me. Although it's unfortunate that I'll have to cover this in the video, it's more unfortunate if people are unable to recognize this pattern. As it's continued to cause me extreme damage throughout the time it's been happening. Now that you have proper insight into the Puppet Master's motives and behavior, it's time to go over what would end up happening after Zixby and King Default's punishment. We've already discussed how Zixby alluded to the fact that the Puppet Masters had a lot more in store than just the riots they had caused, but a few weeks after this stream, the Puppet Masters made an announcement stating that Zixby had passed away from cancer. Obviously, I was skeptical. Of this, but I didn't comment on it out of respect for if it happened to be true. Around the same time, King Default was attempting to appeal his punishment in the vanilla tier list. The links that King Default went to in this appeal to cover up the truth of what happened was so extensive that he continued to lie in his ticket for months on end. In the process of doing all of this, he also continued to be disrespectful to the staff team. Eventually, after King Default realized that his continued attempts at deception weren't getting him anywhere, he decided to add Dr. Donut, who would act as a lawyer for his appeal. King knew that by leveraging Dr. Donut's influence, he might be able to increase the chances that we conform to his lies. One of King Default's terms for the remainder of this appeal, though, was that none of my staff members would intervene, meaning that the ticket would be handled by me alone.
And I do have a lawyer that I want to bring in here, if that's fine with you. His Discord is Dr. Donut, and I feel like he can give you guys many reasons on why I should be freed, and he's on my side.
I initially started off this discussion between the three of us by explaining why I knew that it was a bad idea to accept the ongoing appeal. Something that you need to keep in mind throughout the remainder of this appeal is that at this point in time, King Default is still continuing to lie about what happened. He continued to deny the fact that he had played on Zixby's account, since Zaylol had still been covering it up for him. The following night, I received a response from Dr. Donut regarding my previous statement. This response broke the boundaries of logic in a way that seemed to portray King Default in the most charitable light possible, yet it provided no proper reason for doing so. Dr. Donut's response started by asserting that King Default's former blacklist was a mistake on my part. He also claimed that this was exactly why King was later unblacklisted, which you know from earlier is untrue. Something that makes this statement bizarre is that Dr. Donut is the one responsible for creating the exact group that King Default attempted to appeal his blacklist in.